speaking of mission accomplished, Lupita Godinez versus Loma Lookboonmee was quite a mission. Lookboonmee
Yeah.
is this heroed Muay Thai fighter in the UFC, completely Muay Thai in her offense, and she'll go for that takedown defense if she has to, so she can keep it where she enjoys. But Lupita was the perfect antagonist for her. Lupita had kickboxing slash wrestling. Lupita was the representation of what MMA should be, as she looked fantastic, taking apart her opponent Loma. Her boxing was the key to victory in this one. Yeah, she kicked a few, but it wasn't really the main thing, because one thing that I noticed in this particular matchup was Loma did not practice very good head movement.
Right.
She would throw a leg kick and stand there in the line of fire, and she would catch 2 to 3 punches sometimes. And this was continuous the entire match. And then Lupita was like, you know what, man, let's go to the ground. Let's see what's happening down there. What you gonna do when I take you to the ground? So she took it to the ground, trying all sorts of tech. I mean, she was being coached and she was executing in live time. It was amazing to watch the communication between her and the coaches. The fact that she was executing those exact directions while she was fighting was phenomenal. The growth of the sport is amazing. I mean, you just got to be complete, man. If you want to compete at the highest level, you got to be a complete fighter.
Yes, and again, Lupita Godinez, a former the second ever LFA strawweight champion, right? And nothing against Sam Hughes, who contended for the title at the first round. Nothing against the first champion Vanessa Little Monster Demopoulos. Nothing against Tabitha Ricci, who could have gotten an LFA title shot, or LaFietta, who is I think she's going to be on the Dana White Contender Series if she hasn't already done so. I believe she already fought for Dana White Contender Series. But Lupita Godinez and Tabitha Ricci are kind of the standouts of that LFA strawweight division, which shows you, don't miss an LFA fight. If nothing else, right? If you are kind of pissed off that you have to pay $10 for UFC, Fight Pass, where if you're of a certain age or whatever, a couple years back, they were like, hey, we'll show you all the damn, pay-per-views 30 days after they air, live and free if you pay for the sucking service and everything like that. Now, seriously, it's where I go to watch my friends fight, because there's been a lot of people who have come into the UFC via LFA. So that in itself is worth the price of admission. So I'm in. And one of the reasons is because we get to see the story of Lupita Godinez, and all of the other fine athletes that I mentioned, male and female. So, yeah, man, shout out to Lupi, who, I mean, in, what is it, 4 fights? 4 fights in 3 months? Or within the last year? Something like that.
And she's talking about, hey, hit me up in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I'll be down if you can hit me up for.
Yeah,
I don't believe there's gonna be a UFC next week, but the following week.
Yeah, the following week.
What's going on? Yeah, she's like, hit me up for that too. I'm ready to go. I was like, wow.
Right. Well, I mean, when you think about it, right after her LFA title win, she sat out for a year, right, where the UFC didn't touch her, and it could be, management things and signing with the right manager. Might have gotten him. If you're of that ideology, you could be right, and shout out to her managers. They've been nothing but nice to me, so over the years. So I'm not mad at it, but I remember having that conversation, because she was just like, what is it going to take? I dominated my last fight. What's it going to take? And I was like, you signing with one manager and you getting a short notice fight. And she happened to do that. I'm not saying I had anything a part of it, because I probably was one of the many people to tell her that. And when she does, she's gone on the biggest run of her career. So shout out to Lupita, shout out to Iridium, and that's that. But she's kind of making her way. Who's at 115? Who's the champ at 115?
Namajunas.
Yes, Thug Rose.
Namajunas.
Come on, dude.
Yeah.
I got fucking goosebumps, yo. You telling me that's not a fucking if Lupita keeps on doing the way she is, and let's say she fights in 2 weeks and shit like that, you swear to God that it's not a title like a fucking main event shit like fight that everybody's gonna be like jazzed for? God, I love it.
It's Murderers Row all the way to Rose.
Yeah, no, it is. I'm so excited.
You still got Zhong Wei Li in the way. You still got Zhong Wei Li. You got Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
Yeah,
I mean, come on, man. Too many fights to get to there, but it's gonna be an amazing trip.
Amazing.
It's gonna be an amazing trip for her.
And it also, one fight could fall out. Somebody, unfortunately, get COVID or miss weight or get an injury or whatever, and there you are. And dreams can happen. Yeah, I mean, fuck. Look at Joe Soto and T.J. Dillashaw, right, in the main event. Went fucking 25 minutes with the champion, and he was supposed to be on the undercard, the first fight of the night, so dreams do come true. And again, nothing, it's not like I'm trying to, put vexes on people to get injured or whatever. Nobody wants that. I actually make an offering to the fight gods to make sure that every fight that is announced everywhere, don't care what league, don't care whatever, that it all goes according to plan.
The bottom line is, if you are an MMA fighter and you're serious about it, you should always be ready to go. The call might come at any time. Be ready. Be ready to go. You know what I mean? If this is what you want to do, you got to be ready. When that call comes, man, you might be going in there against Max Holloway.
Yeah.
Be ready.
Yeah.
Be ready. You know what I'm saying? You only get one shot, like Eminem said, right?
Yep, absolutely.